So it says me, 27 male, and then her 22-year-old female. So he's got 5 years on her.
Nice.
It
She's probably
says,
hot, huh?
well, let's hear it. Let's see what he said. She's super ugly.
I mean, 22, you only have to be kind of hot for me to be interested.
Yeah. So it says, I don't know if I should continue a relationship with insecure girlfriend. So he says, I've tried to avoid the insecurity pitfalls, but she keeps leading me to them. For example, she asked me what type of lips I like. I say it, and she cries because she doesn't have them. I don't understand. If she wants honesty, why does she ask questions she doesn't want to hear the answer to? Then, when she gets mad, I think she's always takes things too far. For example, she yells, and she says she hates me and wants me to go away. But if I do that, things just get worse. I honestly don't see a future for this relationship. Insecure girlfriend, what do I do? So what do you think about that? I mean, I think we've all had girlfriends that ask you, like, am I fat, skinny? Am I?
Yeah, the best thing to do, I'll get
Does this
to it.
look
I know the
good?
answer to this. Best answer is no answer. Just don't answer it. Because either way, you're gonna shoot yourself in the foot.
But how do you? I mean, you have to say something.
I love you, baby, the way you are. You're a princess, and you should be treated like one. Now get over here. Mortal Kombat. Get over here.
And you throw your belt at her. She's like smacking her.
Now I shove my tongue down your throat, honey. That's it. See, that's why people need to ask this.
That's the straightforward answer.
The fifth of him because there ain't no joke.
All right, so here we go. Drink tokens number 10, I believe.
10.
Damn.
10, just like my daughter turned 10. Same thing. Big 1-0.
Oh shit. So yesterday you guys had a big throwdown, didn't you? A big party for your daughter?
Yeah, you're gonna have to bear with me. I'm a little hungover.
Oh shit. What were you guys? Did you guys have the shot challenge, or were you guys just
we finished this right here. This is empty, actually. This is just for looks.
Damn.
The Terramana.
What do you think about that tequila? How do you like it?
It was pretty smooth. You know what? I didn't have that bad a hangover, really. Usually with some 1800 or Patron, I get a little hungover, but this one wasn't too bad. I probably did like 5 shots.
Well, that's not terrible. Yeah. I need to check that one out. I went to this my brother's thing recently, which we'll get to in a few, but they had mezcal, and mezcal is like
that white bottle one.
Well, it comes in different bottles, but mezcal has that smokier flavor. It's like really distinct. Just
mezcal isn't it supposed to get you like psychedelic?
No, that's shit. That's the one.
Isn't there another tequila?
I don't think it's tequila. It's absinthe, isn't it?
No, but there's a certain type of tequila my Mexican buddy was telling me, and you get kind of weirded out.
Oh shit, no, I don't know which one that is, but it sounds dope. We should find it.
It might have been the one you took.
Does it have it has a snake in the bottom, a rattler?
On that note, I need some hair of the dog real quick.
Do it. Here, let's cheers. Let's do a little drink tokens cheers.
Got my Truly right here.
I'm checking out this cacti agave spike seltzer. It's a new on the list, so we're gonna check this one out and see how it tastes. But yeah, cheers
to us.
Cheers to us making this happen on our off night, on our alternate night. Nice, I like it. So
I got this red cup at Bevmo. It's like a ceramic red cup. You know what I mean? It looks like a basic red cup, but it's like a real one.
Oh, okay. That's cool. Yeah, it sounds like it's got some heft to it.
I think I'm feeling better now.
Does it work that quick?
Yeah. But yeah, the Terra Firma was pretty good.
That's cool. And did you guys have a good turnout to your party?
Oh yeah, it was a big bash. It was the vaccine party. Nobody came. Anybody who stepped through the door had to show their vaccine card.
Oh, really? That's pretty dope.
I saw
Yeah,
one.
what-
I saw one grandma at your pad that had a mask on. She don't give a shit. She's like,
yeah, the older crowd. Yeah, the older crowd, they kept the mask on. That's fine.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, it's just crazy that this day and age, there's so many, not this day and age, but there's so many people that are vaccinated now. So like, even if you get vaccinated, you're still kind of like, you're not taking any goddamn chances. Like we've come to that part in society where we're starting to wear masks. Like,
And on that, you said you finally got your first round, huh?
yeah. So we went Friday, and we had to actually drive about an hour to go get it. Like, for some reason,
God.
yeah, there's like at the high school, they've been doing vaccinations where we live, but there's like this long fucking line. And then the other part is when we look online to register, it said they only had like the second dose for people. So like, we're trying to go for the first time. So we ended up driving an hour. We were part of Kaiser. So they had like plenty of slots. But the trippy shit, yeah, for sure. But the trippy part was my wife gets her shot, then she's, we have to sit for that 15 minutes, and then I get mine.
Yeah.
I go to the bathroom, I come back out, and then there's this lady standing like right by the door, because like the door went outside. It wasn't like, you didn't have to walk through the lobby in 10 miles. It was literally a building where there's outside. So she's like leaning against the door frame, and then she's like, I don't know what it is, maybe it was something. And the next like
what the
20 seconds, she's like, oh, I don't know if I'm having an asthma attack. And then the next like 20 seconds, and she's like in a wheelchair, breathing heavy, like and like high pitched and shit.
Which shot did she get, you think?
We got the Moderna. Oh,
really? What you think she got the Medusa one too?
Yeah, she got something.
You know what? It might have been, I mean, I don't know this lady, but just from her story, it could be mental. Like mentally, she thought something was happening, like anxiety.
Right. Well, she definitely, it seemed like she walked out, like I said, it's 15 minutes. And then she probably walked to her car, and she said she had dogs in her car, and then walked back. So like, that's got to be like 20 minutes, right?
Why you go to your car though? You're supposed to sit down immediately after the shot.
Well, I'm guessing she did, because they wouldn't let they didn't have a guard there, but they had like some guy walking around. So I think she did. But then, like you're saying, like 20 minutes later, then the reaction kicks in, or your mental kicks in. But she was like full on. And this place we went to wasn't like a real big hospital. It was like an outpatient clinic. So then like as we finish our sequence and are waiting, and we get in the car and we start to drive around the building, there's a fucking ambulance and a fire truck.
Oh, wow.
And so I guess they're going to like take her to wherever like their legit ER is. But it was like, fuck, like we were all sitting in there like, God damn.
Because that's going to make everybody scared.
Yeah, for real. And some guy next to us was like, is she gonna be all right? And it's like, nobody knows, bro. I was trying to tell Jessica, I'm like, nobody knows. She could die, you know what I mean? But like, we don't know.
I got the Pfizer. They didn't give you a choice. It was either
it was like, we thought we were getting on the website, we thought we were getting Pfizer, but then when we got there on the door, it said
maybe they ran out.
Yeah, it said today's thing is Moderna.
Today's special Medusa. And where I went, you got a sticker. And the nurse puts a timestamp. She just writes it, right?
Right. Yeah. Oh, what do you mean, like to sit down? Like
like right when you're done, they give you a sticker that'll say like 10:05.
Right.
And you're supposed to put it on your chest or wherever, and then that way, when you eyeball 15 minutes, it's just all on your goodwill.
Yeah. Same thing. I just like the little "Hello, my name is" sticker, right? But yeah, so that was like, it was crazy, because I mean, definitely I think my wife was more worried about going in, but then I got you as a role model, so you've been singing how bulletproof you were.
Yeah.
I was just excited to get it. But so when you got yours, did you feel anything within like that first 24 hours, or were you pretty good?
Yeah, your arm hurts. Yeah. And then just kind of groggy, I guess. How about you?
No, well, I feel like I'm always kind of halfway hungover, so
half cocked.
Yeah, but no, not really. But yeah, I agree that my arm is sore, like someone socked me hella hard, but that's about it. Like nothing terrible, like no.
So you did that right before you went on your trip?
No, that was the trip was 2 weeks ago. So let's
that's right.
Yeah, let's remind everybody about that though. Yeah,
I'm losing timeline. And you went out to Mendocino Farms, right?
Well, it was Mendocino County, but it wasn't Mendocino Farms, but it
Okay,
was
Mendocino County, yeah. Well,
so,
everybody's wants to know. I mean, how was rehab?
oh yeah. Doesn't those rehab commercials look so relaxed?
That's where I thought you went to, like
Yeah.
Mendocino Farms for rehab.
They gave me a gown and I fucking escaped bare ass naked into the woods.
You know, when the women put down the pipe, they pick up the rod.
What the hell is that?
Well, they say those women shag, you know, it's kind of a singles meeting place, those rehab places.
Is that
But
where
anyways,
is that where our friends go to meet women? They're out
women
there
put down the pipe and they want to stroke the rod.
Oh my god. They need a fix either way. They need a fix.
Man.
No, but yeah, this place was like a legit estate. I'll post some pictures in the edit, but basically like so we flew into Santa Rosa and then it's about an hour to get to this place. It's a town called Yorkville, which is it's just basically northwest of Santa Rosa. So it's basically half a vineyard, and then there's like a big sort of house, like kind of farm style. And then there's a couple outbuildings. So we stayed in one of the outbuildings. It was basically 2 bedrooms and a bathroom. And then there's another outbuilding that's like a pool table, entertainment room. And then there's like a tennis court / basketball court, and then a pool, all in that little like other out.
Is it just for you and your group, or there's other groups out there?
Yeah, it's just us in the group. So they
okay.
Yeah, so my brother and his girl and their friends, they all basically chipped in, or at least my brother, and you know, like I think his buddy paid for one of the dinners, which was like super nice, like catered, you know, like
wow. And it was kid friendly, obviously.
Yeah, kid friendly. I think the youngest one was probably 10, if that, 11. Okay. And then obviously
it wasn't like a big swingers party or nothing.
No. Could you see yourself in one of those? I can't see myself. I don't know. One of those.
You were describing a big farmhouse, pool tables, exclusive pool.
Yeah,
just me and my group.
Everything
I'm thinking, oh my god, someone's gonna make a mistake out there.
Oh shit! Everything had plastic on it, and there was candles and some 70s. Oh my god. Yeah, I always find those things kind of interesting because I'm like, can I see myself at one of those? But then it's like, I don't want some like other half naked dude like around me, and you know, like that whole thing.
Hey, bro.
Yeah. Mind if I get with your old lady? You know, I'm like, get out of here, dude. But yeah, it was baller, bro. It was baller. So first night I went hard in the paint.
Oh, you got hammered, huh?
Yeah, I didn't mean to be honest with you. It's like his one boy that you know, my brother's older, so like I know his buddies since we were kids. I was a kid, they were teenagers. But he comes through with like the high class beer, what is it called? Craft beers. So he had some from, I think it's called Hen House or Farmhouse, but it's a really good beers, and like the one I was sipping on, it was like 8%. So already you're going hard on
it's thick. Yeah.
And then they had, like I said, they had all these different boozes, but they had mezcal, which I love, and the guy's wife, she's a bartender, so she was making delicious, you know, tequila drinks. So a few of those, you know what I mean? And fast forward to the next day, and I get up in the morning, you know, there's just a lot of early risers. They're over there making breakfast in the main house, and I'm in there and I take like a few bites of this like cold burrito I brought with me, like just because they were making breakfast, but I didn't want to wait. And I go sit outside, and it's like, you know, when you're like, your temperatures are all fucked up, and you're like you shouldn't be out there, but you need some cold air, and my breath is starting to smoke. But then I start feeling it, you know, when you're like, oh fuck, like everything's off.
So you're gonna throw up, huh?
Yeah, well, yeah. I'm like, I can't sit here anymore. I gotta change up the scene. Maybe I could just like correct the ship. So I start to go back, and my daughter's like, hey, let me, you know, I want to go with you just because, you know, she likes the company. So I start to walk back, but then I'm like, fuck it, I gotta go. So I start booking it, and I get just to the bathroom, and it was just like, wow, you know.
Oh my god.
Yeah, dude, it was bad. Like my brother had given me like a couple like migraine Advils or something. So I had just popped those and barfed those up. But he also told me a trick though, which was like you take icy hot and you put it on your temples. And that, that I didn't wipe off. So I think that might have helped because I ended up like crashing for like a few hours. And
did you do any hard alcohol? I mean, just beer made you throw up? That's kind of weird.
No, but that's what I'm saying. The mezcal, the tequila.
Oh yeah, I think you did take that psychedelic one, maybe.
Yeah. The thing is that the way I tell is like it depends how I go to bed. If I remember going to bed, everything's good, then I'll probably be fine. But if I'm like, like kind of mixing memories, like in a movie fast forward, then I'm not good.
Yeah.
I think it was just the combo of like the hard beer and then there's, sugary cocktails that I don't usually have, and it just fucking set me over. But
that's tough getting wasted the first night though.
Yeah, I did like correct.
Then you're recouping,
Yeah. Well, not only
and you're chasing the dragon too the following night.
Right. It's like you can't, you don't want to take yourself up to that limit again. Just because you've already fucking shot your load early. But,
yeah.
But so I rallied, and then we had 2 more days of
rally.
Yeah, puked and rallied. 2 more days of activities. Mainly, it was consisted of rocking the pool, and then fucking around like in the morning trying to learn how to play tennis. I didn't know how to play. That's like one of the fucking hardest sports ever. If you never did it,
especially if you just puked.
Yeah, the balls like, but and then the other cool part though is that they had like a little pond that wasn't too far away, and they had a rope swing. So they had a rope swing there, and also you probably saw it on my Instagram, but they had this fucking swing that kind of went over the water, but that shit was so shallow.
It held you up pretty well.
Oh yeah, they were legit ropes, and they were tied to these like old ass oak trees. So I think that structure was fine. There just wasn't, the water wasn't like super, inviting to jump into.
Oh, I gotta do the monkey the kick. Oh, my ass is about to hit that thing.
More or less. So I was worried.
Parasites or something. Is that what
No. I was just worried I'd do like a fail video where I land on the shore and fucking break a leg and eat a medevac out of there or some shit. So, but I got on the rope and I definitely did it and got off and all that good shit. But it was a little bit sketch, jumping in the water. So that's what I tell everybody once they see the video. But yeah, so it was baller. So
it sounds like a good weekend.
Yeah, so based on that, I wanted to ask you, like, okay, so when you get to be a certain age, what's going to be a cool birthday? Well, maybe we've already kind of talked about that before.
I think we did.
But what do you want to? Any thoughts on a sort of a bucket list item you need to scratch off before you get too old?
I don't know. I think I got to try this mezcal tequila.
Maybe I never even went, and I was at home the whole time just sipping on some bottle. It was all in my imagination.
It's all psychedelic.
It's good.
I'm reading it right now. On Google. Could cause hallucinogens and on an empty stomach. Is there a worm? It says there's a worm at the bottom.
I think a lot of ones have worms. No, this one, I don't remember if it did. It was a green bottle that you couldn't see through. I should have took a picture of it.
I guess it's the worm if the worm is what causes the hallucinogens. So if you didn't have the worm, you're good.
I don't know about
It's made of real agave tequila with the milk silkworm at the bottom, which causes some type of visions if drank too much on empty stomach. But you ate, right?
Yeah,
it says.
I forgot if I ate or not. Speaking of that,
I knew it. I knew it had some type of properties. Good for you, man. You got in the spirit world job.
Dude, speaking of that, I just watched this movie. I think it was Netflix. It's Anthony Mackie, the Falcon. From the.
Oh yeah, I saw that. That's a great movie.
Which movie?
I know what you're talking about. He takes that drug and he fucking goes back in time.
Yeah.
He's looking for his buddy's daughter.
Yeah.
I'm not sleeping on that. Don't worry.
That movie was.
What was that drug called? It was like it was called. They Mix the word with chronic,
like
chronophobia.
Synchronic. Yeah, synchronic.
Synchronic, yeah.
Yeah.
He was trying to buy it up and destroy it, but then he ended up.
That
was a slow start, but it got good.
Let me shit on that movie a little bit, but it's also probably a different take if you're black or if you're a different.
It's a different take if you're a different race on a different truck.
Yeah,
is that what you're saying?
No, but partly, yeah. So one of the things, right, when he was going back in time, he couldn't tension. Yeah, like he couldn't last more than, he said it was 7 minutes, right? So in those 7 minute windows, he was consistently running into somebody trying to kill him.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Racist hillbilly.
Yeah.
He went too far back in time.
Yeah,
it wasn't 1988. It was like 58.
Right.
Hillbilly caught him in his sofa. Yeah, I remember that part.
Yeah. No, but that was the thing. It was like, I mean, there were some parts where it wasn't just white people. It was like maybe some voodoo, like a voodoo.
Oh yeah,
remember that there was like a priest and some people that were like.
That was a crazy movie, man.
Yeah, so there was like, it was like he couldn't do anything outside of like 10 feet in that 7 minute window where there wasn't somebody trying to kill him. Most of the time it was on some racial shit. The other time it was just like bad place at the wrong time.
Those witch doctors, yeah.
Right. Or
that could really happen. I like how he went to like a head shop, like a CBD head shop, and there was some synthetic. It was almost like bath salts.
I like, and I like too that the person working there was some meth head. She's all like, I don't know what you're talking about, or whatever. And she's like smoking while she's there.
Yeah.
That movie was
a crazy movie.
Yeah, I like that he's coming up. There's another one that I hadn't watched, but it's like he's in the military or something, and he's like kind of like cyborg. And there's some young buck who has to like learn from him or something.
He's come a long way since Papa Doc.
What was that? What was that?
8 Mile.
Oh yeah.
8 Mile.
I forgot he was in that.
That's pretty much his first movie was 8 Mile. He was Papa Doc.
And
he was battling Eminem in some dirty basement in Detroit. You don't remember that?
Yeah, and then Eminem. That's who he roasts at the end, right? That one segment.
Papa Doc.
Have you watched any? Do you guys get Disney Plus?
Of course.
So did you watch the Falcon and the Winter Soldier?
Yeah.
Are you caught up with it or?
No, I think I missed this weekend since I was drinking this all weekend. I missed Friday's episode.
Yeah. We'll have to review it after you watch it because I think this is the last one until they may be making a new movie, but I don't know.
I'm glad they fired Captain America.
The OG one or the shitty one?
The shitty one. Alan was pumping him up. Remember Johnny Walker?
Oh, is that his name?
Johnny Walker, yeah.
I remember we talked about it, but I'm trying to remember, like, I just watched the episode. I know they say John. Yeah.
I don't like him. I knew he wasn't gonna last.
Well, in this latest episode, I mean, here's an Easter egg spoiler, whatever. Spoiler alert. He's actually another character in the MCU. So they have to have him on there, even though it's like kind of out of left field. But there's always so much with the Captain America thing that I don't get. It's like Hydra and fucking, it's like the ultimate conspiracy.
Hell Hydra.
Yeah, it's like the ultimate conspiracy comic. So you're kind of just like, how do you follow all the storylines, who everybody is, and power plays, like government power plays and shit like that. But
I like the Synchronic. That was a good movie.
Yeah. I like,
that's real. That could really happen pretty soon.
Do you think though? I mean, if you disappeared and then like, how would you, because like one thing I couldn't understand is how come he didn't bring a gun with him? He may have explained it, but like he brought his dog and then he's like, oh fuck, I couldn't bring the dog
back.
That
was sad, when he couldn't bring his dog back.
Would you cry?
Oh, I would cry. I almost cried during the movie. That was his companion. His homie was his dog.
Yeah,
and then the leash comes around and he's off the leash. I was sad.
And then he's like outside the window.
You're like, I had to pet my dog after that.
So you shared a video with me yesterday, and it was like the dog video. And the dog was playing with
we had my wife's cousin's boyfriend brought his dog Droopy.
Oh shit, I like that name.
The big bulldog, the big English. I don't know if it's an English or British bulldog, but he was a pretty stocky dude. Is it a
boy or girl?
It's a boy. So they were like trying to hump each other all day.
Right, that was
They were
asking.
getting pissed at each other.
Why? 'Cause one of them wasn't a girl.
I guess so. I don't know if they're gay or if that's okay. I guess we got to accept them for who they are. But
Yeah,
I don't know. It was just funny to watch them. They didn't know any better. They're just humping around and having a good time.
Everybody's humping
Yeah.
around.
Yeah, exactly.
Remember that song?
They were like annoying each other.
So speaking of humping and Humpty, we lost
Yeah,
another.
here we go.
Another rapper, bro. What the fuck is going
What
on
a
right
transition! You're right.
now?
Shock
Yeah,
G.
Shock G. I remember, and it was funny because like I looked on Facebook, and the guy that I remember, like there was this whole thing we talked about last episode. I was expecting like this one guy to go. He didn't go to my brother's thing, but he was a guy I remember like would always be bumping Digital Underground, and it was probably just the time and who's there at the ABC moment. But yeah, he put on there like many great times with a Digital Underground in the background.
How about Alan? Did you see Alan put a post up?
No.
Alan's like, I've met him before. He's a great dude, funny. Like Alan hung out with him one time, I guess.
Oh shit. That's dope.
yeah.
Dude,
that's what he kind of put up a little Twitter thing. I can't remember, but somehow he crossed paths with them. It's some type of entertainment or some video shoot. I don't know, something like that.
Yeah. We'll have to ask Alan. We'll have to get the whole rundown of what it is. But just the group, and then obviously with exposing, like, I mean, the group's not done, but you always associate Shock G, Humpty Hump as Digital Underground. You know, obviously there's Money B. I don't even know who the DJ's name is, but you always associate him with the group probably the most. And then they broke Tupac, and then what's that movie that all three, you were playing that song the other day, but it's All Around the World
movie. They were in some movie in the 90s. They had like a cameo.
Yeah, with like Dan Aykroyd. What the fuck was the name of that movie?
Something like that.
It was I love that movie. It was so stupid. It was like they got busted for speeding, and then they got taken to like that house that was like a house of horrors and inbred.
Well,
and
he was like 57 or 58, right? I mean, did he have issues in the past? Or when you hear about people die that young, you get scared. Like, what was his background? Like, why would he die so young? You know?
Yeah, I mean, I don't remember. I don't know. I mean, I thought I had heard like
part.
Yeah, and hopefully it wasn't anything crazy. I mean, the one thing too, though, is like you hope to see people at any age kind of get married so they can. And this is a lesson for all the bros out there. But we hope, we hope you get married at some point, so that way you can kind of like help have that other person
create a legacy.
Oh yeah, that's one. That's one. They create a legacy, but also like for me, hold you in check a little bit, because it's the fucking hardest thing to try to like, you know, navigate the world by yourself and fucking just be a loose cannon, you know, if you will. So yeah, I don't know what his scenario was. I think he was found at a hotel. So those don't always.
If they're always found at a hotel, right?
Yeah.
It don't matter if it's like Bruce Lee or whoever, man. They're always found in a hotel.
Who's that one dude? The other, not Bruce Lee, but the dude who did David Carradine, who had that like sex, he died in that asphyxiation. He had like he would like choke himself while he was, you know, having
my god, that's horrible.
Yeah, like a sex act. I mean, just imagine you got found like that, where you got like some fucking thing on you and you're like butt ass naked and you're like in the middle of like some fantasy.
Unless that's how they wanted to go, unless that's the way they wanted it.
That's how I want to be found. Yeah, that's how I want to be found. Just all at a swingers party, man. You die at a swingers party
in Mendocino Farms.
And you have to hide the evidence, like your brother or your sister has to like clean up after all that shit.
Damn, dude, I hate that. I hate that young death.
Yeah, I mean that's not that young though. I mean, you figure back in the days, 50. But yeah, I mean, if you're not like 65. I mean, even 65, but let's just say you're not 70, then you start to be like, did he have cancer? Did he have some
drug issues? Yeah.
Right. Was it a car accident? Was it fucking anything else? Right. So
that's why you got to get vaccinated. Get your shots, people.
Oh shit. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It hasn't gone away.
Get vaccinated.
They're saying India is like having a spike, but anyways.
Damn.
Yeah. I wanted to ask you this other thing.
Go ahead.
the other day I think it was Friday, it doesn't really matter what day, but my wife was she's on a call, and they were kind of like, it's like a team, not team building, but like company building.
Yeah.
And they had all these people that were like, how's everybody doing? Had some hippie lady moderating. And then
how's
like,
your mental health today?
Yeah. And especially now with
just
like,
want to check in with their mental health.
Yeah, I mean, you work at a pretty corporate place, so I'd imagine like you guys probably have some aspect of that. So I heard her crying, and then she tells me later, like her crying was like sort of a breakthrough moment that other people were like then able to share and blah blah blah. So like you come out of that.
Your wife was crying, or the mediator was crying?
No, my wife was crying.
Oh wow, that's powerful.
Yeah, about her, exactly, about her experience. Her company had done some downsizing like a while ago, and they never really got over it because like a lot of the teams had to cut like half the staff and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So they're still like dealing with that shit, right? So like the thing was, like you said, it was empowering. So after that, I like talked to her, and she was feeling pretty good. She said like the big boss gave her a shout out, and it's like, oh, like damn, like kicking ass. And then later that day, she has to like talk to her subordinate, who basically is now feeling like, he's getting he's getting shitted on. So it's just like this high low. And I've had that in my life before. And I'll give you a scenario, like an experience, but so that's what I want to ask you, if you've ever had that, but let me throw my experience out there. So this one time that I was in a fight at the fraternity, it was like a total, it was kind of like a hot mess. But towards the end of it, I was like, I came out of it like I won, right? I beat him up, whatever. Not beat him up that bad, but it was just like I won. People broke us apart because the cops or whatever. So everybody walked away. I walked away, and I was feeling good. First time ever kind of getting into that sort of thing. And as soon as I get back in the house and I'm feeling myself for a hot second, one of those roommates, I remember Spencer.
Yeah.
Donnie's buddy.
Yeah.
So he comes out, and he was always kind of a more serious dude, right? Kind of buff, kind of stocky. And he came out, he's like, can I talk to you for a minute? And then I'm like, again, like cloud nine. And then like pulls me in his room, and the next 2 hours, he's over here like telling me like how big of a dick like me and Heavy were, my brother, how big of dicks we were to his old lady. And then just like how shitty people we were. And it was probably deserved.
Why would you sit there for 2 hours?
because
it's not like you're getting paid. I mean, if you ain't paying me to listen to you, I'm out of here, man. Because you need to pay me to be your friend. You know what I mean? My friendship's not free.
Because
that's what I would have said.
Because of
the drama, bro.
Your mama. Yeah, because I'm a nice guy, and I don't look at myself that way, but like it's like my brother, so it's like he could be like that, and he still is like that in some regards. But
the shitty part is when you work with people like that. I've worked with people like that. They want to talk like that.
Okay, like give me a scenario or fake scenario.
No, I don't want to throw anybody the bus, but I've worked with people like that. They want to talk and, hey, that one time and you handled this wrong. It's like, I want to get that fucking shirt, it says work harder, nobody cares. Like
right,
nobody cares, dude. Nobody cares. Just keep working. Nobody cares about your fucking opinion, really, and your 2 cents, dude. The peanut gallery needs to shut the fuck up sometimes and just work, dude. You're not gonna fucking change this company. You're the same level as me. Shut the fuck up and work. You can't say that anymore, though. You know what I mean?
Right.
Everybody wants to listen to the peanut gallery and get their 2 cents. And when it comes to lighting in the room, they don't like procedures. Just shut the fuck up, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Sometimes I feel like that. So like when you got that talk, I'm just thinking back, like, dude, 2 hours is a long time to ridicule somebody, man.
Right. And it may not have been 2 hours, but it was a while. It was the point where like he'd have like a 6-pack of like Coors Light, right? And like right now we'd pound 3 and just be still we'd still ready to go charge out, but he would nurse that shit. He'd have a dip in his mouth. He'd just be pontificating on his thing. You know what I mean?
If it makes you feel any better, man, I saw a guy 2 years ago. He came into I think it was when I was working the Brit. He came by. He's fucking withered and old and looks like Gollum, dude. So don't worry if that makes you feel better, Mark.
No,
That guy's
no,
Gollum these days. We're on
no,
top
no,
of the
no,
world,
no, no, no,
you
no,
know?
not at all. No, but I appreciate
He's like, I remember you, you know, but yeah, just get in here and have a good time. Go fucking dance it off, Gollum, you know?
Oh, no, I don't wish any ill. Like I said, it was probably a growing moment for me, but it's just the highs and the lows. Like there's so many of those things where like one week or like even in the same week or the same day, it'll be like you get kudos from your boss. Hey bro, you did like a fucking awesome job.
No, yeah, I hear.
And then some other instance, it could be work or non-work, and somebody shits on you, and you're just like, okay, I don't want good times anymore because it's always going to be followed by like this fucking, you know, shitty time where you feel stressed out or something. But yeah, that's hilarious though. So, but yeah, I feel like people will definitely take advantage, especially when you're young like that. So like that guy was probably 6 years older than me at that time. There's been times like that when I first started work where like you just get somebody who like, oh, I'm your boss, and they're not your boss, but they're just gonna be like, hey Rob, you're young buck, let me just fucking let me just pour shit on you until you know better, until you're like, oh yeah,
you know, now it's like everything's accepted, and you can't discriminate or hate on. You can't. There's no retaliation. There's no bad write-ups. So now it's time to shoot your mouth off, almost, right? Like
at least say your piece.
Yeah, I remember working places and fucking they would like put me on some academic probation just so they could fucking verify my vacation. Like, yeah, I'll approve your vacation, but you need to sign this. I'm like, and I was dumb and I'd sign it. But now, you know what? Fuck those people, dude. You can't even do that anymore. You can't retaliate and move people around to different departments. You can't write people up. You can fight all that now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everything's accepted. Everything's, oh yeah. It's not just rights. It's just now that everything's protected, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not signing this. You're saying this. I don't agree with this. What you wrote down, I don't agree. I'm not signing. And before they could like fire you or play with your mind, but now it's like legally, and you know, with all this new acceptance rules, they're the ones who fucked. Managers are fucked.
Right.
They have to walk on eggshells now. Before, the employees, the cronies, the fucking staff would have to walk on eggshells, you know. Now it's flipped. I think the managers, the upper echelon now, have to be so sensitive and caring, because if they're not, then you can fucking expose them, you know.
Right, totally. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of like the diversity programs. I mean, I know it's bigger within the last like year or two with you know, like BLM and other big groups that have like formed, and it's all for the good, the better of
it is like pronouns and all that. I didn't even understand pronouns till like 6 months ago. I had to take a class on it, basically.
Right.
Yeah. So everything, you got to watch yourself. You got to talk professionally, and
but to your point, like back in the day, I mean, people were definitely treating people like shit, or just telling you some shit that like had no fucking basis.
You need a hug, or you're having a bad day. Fuck you, man. Hug my finger, bitch. That's what you want to say, right? But you can't. Managers can't talk shit really anymore. I mean, I guess I feel bad for them, but
dude, like that reminds me, like back in the day of like the restaurants, working in restaurants, you just have like people that were probably like half in the bag most of the time, like managers, and then they would just like fucking it'd be like a reign of terror. Like, I don't want to talk to him at all during my shift, and then if I come across him, I'm kind of ducking out of the way, because they're just fucking assholes, you know. Like, it's assholes, like asshole season. Like, I remember one time like going in the bathroom to take a piss, and then like I wash my hands, and as I'm like ready to go out, he's like, "Are you gonna wash your hands?" I'm like, dude, like, what? You just walked in here and fucking took a piss. Like, I didn't tell him that. I'm like, I already did. He's like, okay, sure.
I would have said fresh cakes, urinal, fresh cakes.
I don't use my hands, bro. Look at.
You know what I'm gonna do next time? I say this, but who knows about doing it. If someone goes off or acts weird to me at work, or I don't care if they're a vendor, client, or whoever, and they fucking start talking down to me, and they're a certain type of Karen, I'm just gonna lean over and whisper so no one else hears. Nobody likes you. And just back up and just see what happens, you know? It's simple, it's right to the point. And what are they gonna do? They're gonna tattle on you because you said nobody likes you. right? I mean,
Yeah.
and to me, that's like a dagger because they're probably gonna think about it and go, "Fuck, no one does like me. I'm a bitch." You know what I mean? So I can't wait to throw that one out there. It's not discriminatory. It's not racist. It's not vulgar. It's just a simple, nobody likes you. You know what I mean? And I want you to know nobody likes you. That's why I want to say that to somebody.
Right. To like really put the stamp on them and just be like, you need to think about your life, all your choices up to this point. Because now
work harder.
I'm opening the
work
can.
harder, nobody cares.
Yeah.
No, work harder, nobody cares.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's the theme of my day here.
Yeah, no, we're going into like this thing at work where, you know, we do these like each year we do this score, you know, like a survey, and everybody like puts their score, you know, like what's your feeling on this 1 to 5, whatever. And the lowest ranking one is like we don't get, you know, the pay, right? But that's something that's like we work for the government, that's hard to control. Like unless you're getting promoted, which is few and far between, we're all sort of on a scale of something. But the other ones are, you know, there's other questions. So like part of this exercise I volunteered for was like, you know, let's see what people think they can, you know, like what can we do to change things? And that's always the hardest thing is getting like ideas from people that actually can go somewhere, because a lot of times it's just everybody realizes like, fuck man, I work my ass off. You know, like it's expensive to live here. It's fucking, we get very little in fun bonuses and shit like that. So, you know, it's like you can't really control most of it. But if people are like, fucking Jane Doe is the worst, then let's at least shine some light on that or something. But yeah, I like I like that idea.
That's why everybody's like trying to expose people. That's the best jab right now in the corporate world, is you're going to expose somebody, you know. Or expose a policy, you know, nobody likes.
Yeah, but that's it. That's what people want. I agree. But it's like it's hard to get there. It's hard to get there though. It's like you mentioned it before, but what is it? Not Blue Chips, the one with Blue Streak. When they're like when he's like pretending to be the detective or whatever, the captain, he's like the P-97. You like they're like, no, we're on the P-98. And he's like, all right, let's do the P-98. Everyone's all fired up about it or whatever.
You just make shit up till it works.
Yeah. So
let's talk about something fun though. How about the bear's son? I told you about the
bear
guy.
Shit. You know what's funny is I started seeing him. I was trying to do some research today for some topics, and I did see him in like multiple newspapers. So where's he?
Big time.
Where's he from? I heard he like came from LA. So is he from LA?
I guess he's just from LA.
Okay.
No, he's from LA, and he literally walked in that bear costume. San Jose showed him like probably the most love out of every city. Like people were searching for him, finding him, taking photos with him. It was crazy. It was the biggest news here like a couple days ago, was Bear's son walking down Monterey Road, you know.
Damn. You know, I mean, I don't want to jump off, but what would be something you would do that would be like would you do a walk like that? Yeah, well, maybe not from LA, but would you walk to like San Francisco? It's like
no, I don't know. That's dangerous, man. I think that bear guy is kind of impressionable. He probably had to dodge some hookers on Monterey Road, probably.
I'm trying to think of those breakfast spots we used to eat at. Like he got some Swedish pancakes from one of those little spots. Yeah, I could imagine. I could imagine like people fucking with him, or you know, like it's nighttime. I mean, he must have had a crew to sleep in.
Yeah, I think he's got some van following him or something. Because he's doing all these like timelines and live streaming. He had to have a charger, right? So
true. And he doesn't really hold the camera. It's just kind of him like walking and fucking doing bear stuff. Yeah,
he got a lot of news publicity. All the local news stations definitely cornered him and interviewed him. And
I saw
he has a good attitude too. He has a real positive vibe.
Oh, I'd be like, I'm fucking tired. Like it's so hot here.
I guess he's ran marathons in that thing.
Damn.
So he's used to it. He's used to it.
I hope he got it so he can clean it, because that would be one thing where it's like kind of rough. I saw that he went to like in Redwood City, like the Ferrari dealer was like, hey bro, come on in here. I don't know if you can drive a car, but at least it's like, you know, a little you know, come over here, get a little shine. And then he was like
famous. He's famous.
Yeah, his path too was kind of nuts, because I know he was over by in the Mission at Mission Dolores Park, I think, and I know he was at Golden Gate Park, and then he ended up over by the Golden Gate Bridge. I saw that was sort of the end point. Yeah, I'd have to think about something like like just to say you're trying to get your feet wet, because the one thing that always amazes me is like the Guinness Book of World Records. Like the other day they had Gronk, like they had Gronk catch a football. Yeah, he caught a football from a helicopter. And so it was like,
I will do anything, man.
he's a fucking social media tycoon. But yeah, he was like, it was like X amount of feet, and then he dropped the football. But it's like straight lines.
He caught it?
Yeah, he's like sitting there like catching a punt. And he was like,
I can't believe I missed that.
Oh yeah, you can look it up. So I thought it was like back in the day because the kind of colors he was wearing were Patriots colors. But it was it was recent. He caught it from a helicopter.
We should ask him to be on the podcast just so he can deny us.
That's our new thing. Who could deny us this week?
Yeah.
But
he won't even ghost us. He'll say no. That'll be better than a yes,
Yeah. That's hilarious. Fuck you. I want to hear a fuck no.
Yeah.
You guys are too small for me, bro.
And we'll use it as a promo.
Yeah, we should pay somebody. That's what you were talking about doing Canva. That's what we should do for Canva. Just pay people to say, "I'll never be in your goddamn show."
Yeah. Something ridiculous like that.
Yeah,
Ken Shamrock.
If I ever see you, I'm gonna put you in a fucking put you to sleep or whatever they call that. Kimura. Yeah,
that'll be perfect, man.
But so going back to the world records, I saw this one. So I think sometimes like the way to get in the world record book is you got to be creative and you got to find something that no one's done. Because if you're just gonna beat somebody's record, I don't think people really want to fuck with you. I think they want like a brand new record, so that way no one needs to go through the work, right? Like, oh, no one's done this before.
Let me see you duct tape your whole entire body.
Right.
Duct tape.
Yeah, right. right. Like something you're not going to do if fucking, you're not going to throw a frisbee to yourself or something. But I saw one guy that was like the highest bow and arrow shot. So kind of like Gronk, where you're just catching it, but it was like he took a bow and arrow, he shot it, and then he's just like standing there, and then he's like, oh. So I don't know how many takes it had.
He caught it though on the way down?
Yeah, he caught it with one. I think it was one hand. So
that's crazy, man.
Yeah, so there's like stuff like that. Remember like back in the day too, like on Robin Big, Rob Deerdeck, he did he had like something like 10 or 11 skateboard tricks he did in a row to set records. But there's people that go out there to do that. But like I said, I think it's more of like, if it's new and exciting, cool. But if we've seen it before, we're not going to like waste our time.
Yeah, that's why everybody's topping. Everybody's trying to do weird shit, man.
Yeah,
just to get top each other.
Yeah. Would you want, like, if you were, let's say you were super jacked, would you want like a world record for like biggest fucking bench press or something?
I had like the most tequila shots like 15 years ago. Remember that? You were there.
No, I think I wasn't at that one. That was like the next year. It was on video. Yeah. We should find the video.
Yeah, I did like 15 shots, right? In like 2 minutes.
Oh, shit.
Maybe it was less.
Was it just like
that was in my prime?
Was it just like a just take as many as you can kind of thing?
I think it was timed. And then I went to work.
Driving school buses for children. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
At the bar.
Remember who came in second place? It was like this girl.
Oh, like really?
French girl came in second. The French can drink.
Oh shit! Well, they drink wine since they're like kids, right?
They drink wine with their kids.
Yeah. So like a dinner. I mean, you probably don't get much, but you may get like a couple sips, a couple glasses. Yeah. You get your own box of wine at the dinner table. No, it's like they definitely. I think they start them young, but I mean, I don't know.
They start them young, yeah.
Yeah.
All those French movies are pornos anyways. I feel you, bro.
Oh my god. I like hearing about, because like we talked about like going to Europe. I don't think we have a hell of a lot of interest though. If we got a free trip, we're going. But but they always talk about like the guys in different countries or the people in different countries. So I've heard like in France, like they kind of hate Americans. And then I hear like, in other countries, like because like I feel like every woman's dream is to go over to these countries and backpack. And then I could imagine if you're like a Italian person, like young guy, or like it's probably like here when you like if you ever meet like a foreign, woman or guy, you're just like, oh, let me show you. No,
and have your way with you.
No. Yeah,
I fucked my way through this village one time.
Oh my God. I think that's the undertone. That's the undertone for sure. But it's also like, like here's my foreign friend. Let's just go like tear up the town. Like it's a good excuse, right? Like they've never been to my favorite bar. Let's get them, ripped and stuff. Yeah. But yeah, they got to be safe. I feel like every other murder show my wife watches has some like foreign person, like the hotel show. Like she was like a tourist, right, from somewhere, but I don't know if she was from
hotels, man. Hotels are we brought that up, man. People die in hotels.
Yeah. Do you think they die? Do you think they die at Airbnbs?
I don't know. That could raise their stock of Airbnb.
Like this is a haunted.
It was weird. The Manson house, you can go to Airbnb.
Shit. It's like a ranch, right? It was in that movie, whether it was that ranch or not, but they had like a whole ranch in LA where they were all staying at, and it was all creepy. But so as we wind out, I wanted to try to introduce the segment with the advice. So I looked up. I feel like you always. So let's.
Real quick. I gotta ask this. What's Sub Pop? Your hat. What is?
It's It's a store in the airport, but I think it relates back to the music scene in Seattle. Really? Yeah, I don't know if it's the museum or if it's a label. But
somebody should write in the comments.
Yeah. Please let us know what's up. Pop. I know it's a store. So it's a store in the airport where you get gear like this. Like I bought my brother's sweatshirt, the same logo, it was all black with the logo. But then they also sell like they sell clothes, they sell records, they sell.
It was at the airport in your home state there?
Yeah, it's SeaTac, the Seattle airport. Yeah. So I got
that's a famous airport, right? I mean,
it's Seattle's airport. Everyone's got an airport, so there's only one there here that's big like that one. So yeah, it's pretty. I like it. I like it.
Sub Pop.
Okay, let me find this one I watched.
Go ahead, go for it.
Okay, this one is more. Wait, hold on.
What are we doing? A reaction here? What are we talking?
No. I want to get some advice on this. So part of it's going to be like some FBI. We need to.
You want some advice? I got good advice, man.
Right.
Never fuck with the devil, and never tag team women with blood relatives. There you go.
What the fuck was that? I have no idea what you just said. It sounds crazy.
You said you wanted some advice. Those are my top two things not to do, bro.
Okay, here we go. Okay. So this is it's gonna take a while to read, but I'm gonna try to just jump to it super quick. And so I want two takes on this. So the first take is gonna be like, what kind of dude is this? And the other one's gonna be like,
probably some dude I've worked with who I hated.
Or does this make sense? So it says, my husband and I have been socially distancing from one another for over a year now. Now he's fully vaccinated against COVID, and I'm ready to go back to normal, but he isn't. So she says, we've been together almost 6 years, married almost 4, blah, 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 same page. Basically, like he has mild asthma, and back in 2020 in March, he was not comfortable sleeping in the same bed, hugging, kissing, or even being within 6 feet of me. So this is a year of social distancing between a married couple. So he moved
in the same home,
right? So he moved. He moved to the guest room. So then,
is this a real story? This isn't fake, right?
This is on Reddit, so I'm saying it's real. So he says a few times he's gotten really, down to do it, but he only wants to do it with his mask on, doggy style.
Me facing the other way.
Yes, yeah, mask on, doggy style, with a box fan behind us.
Nice.
I told him I don't want to do that anymore, and she can't enjoy it like that because she likes the kissing and the cuddling. And now that he's fully vaccinating, she wants to go back to normal.
Yeah.
So it says
Back
he's
to normal sex. What do you mean?
yeah. Back to normal, the kissing, the hugging, all positions, all that stuff. So now she's saying he's had his second dose, second vaccine shot, and they started to go back to normal, but then he wants to kind of go back to the doggy style behind. He doesn't feel safe.
Doggy style.
And now she says he won't kiss her. He's okay with going out to eat outdoor. And I told him that really hurts my feelings, that he thinks that's an acceptable risk, but hugging and kissing me is out of the question. And her question is, how do I either convince him to stop being afraid of me or not get so depressed about feeling rejected by the one person who claims to love me? So my question is there, what's this guy's problem? And then maybe a second one would what would be a viable solution for that? So once again,
go ahead.
It was normal, then COVID, and now he's all Mr.
Well,
Distant.
first of all, he may like his same sex now.
What do you mean? Like he flipped teams?
Yeah, maybe he flipped teams.
Too much time in his room. Maybe he's just in there with the iPad and just
maybe he could be in the men now. Let's be honest.
Or I mean, I guess that's one thing. I mean, maybe he's also like I said, kind of had all this privacy, and now he's going down rabbit holes.
I'm gonna get right down to it. They're not in love, because if you love someone, you don't care if they have fucking leprosy. You're gonna want to fuck them, because I'm in love, baby. So they're not in love, man. He either likes men, he likes another chick, he's over her. You have shrimp every night, you're gonna want steak sooner or later. So he's not into her. That's it.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I think it's kind of like he found an out,
Yeah, he found an out,
and then now he's just kind of like, well, I'm down, but I'm not. It's like he's working himself up to the next whatever it is, and this is the first sign. Is like, I was more comfortable when we weren't. Yeah, well, we were slowing all this down, and we were having the half sort of thing. So, anyways, people are dealing with that kind of shit in real life.
But we do need to do a relationship episode. I like that. I want people to ask us questions, DM us, comment, give us relationship questions. I mean, you've been with a lot of women, of course. And
that's not true. That's not true.
I've been married for 12, 13 years. I got kids.
Don't try to make yourself all better. You're just
What I'm saying is we're experts, and we'll give you the straight advice. I'll give it to you, man. I've had that. My relationship's been a roller coaster, bro. Like Kendrick Lamar said, you're at the top of the roller coaster. No, that was Seinfeld, wasn't it? Seinfeld.
What did you say?
It was Kendrick Lamar or Seinfeld. One of those two. I know they're polar opposites, but it was one of them. You're at the roller coaster, chick, 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 the beginning of the relationship.
Right.
And then you're at the height of it, and then it just goes down from there, up and down. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's what we were talking about earlier today. That's a perfect analogy for it. It's the roller coaster day, the roller coaster week. I don't care if you're 40 or 18. Send me your questions, man or woman or in between. I'll answer any questions. I have a mind of a scientist and a body of a panda bear. I will answer your questions. Okay. Yeah. What is? Yeah. Okay. I have another question, and the answer could be in the frame of less relationship, but more of what is your pet peeve? Okay, so this one is.
Is it pet peeve or pet pee? I always get it confused.
It's peeve, like a peeve. Yeah, peeve is like this pisses me off kind of thing.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry to interrupt.
Okay, my girlfriend. So this one is my girlfriend cleaned my apartment. I am very upset. So we're both.
Fuck her.
So this one is we're both 20. It's usually clean. I rarely allow anyone to go into this particular closet. I've been with her 10 months. One day she took my spare key and she started to clean it up, and she got into this closet and she threw away some of my shit.
Yeah. She found a dildo.
And then he says, but I specifically told her so many times, please don't enter my apartment if I don't allow you to. And 2, never open the closet. It's full of things from my grandfather when he passed when I was 18. valuables that are very vital and would mess everything up with hers. I told her I needed some space. So
Okay,
is this a
go ahead with the question.
So is it a huge thing? Not a huge thing? And then is there any sort of experience where someone
well, this is kind of like what I tell people at work or in real life. Look in the mirror and ask yourself, why did this happen? Why are you mad? And you got to blame part of it on you. You gave her that key. You gave her the key, man. So you're saying, come on in.
Right.
So there's where you went wrong. You're only 20. She has the key. Okay, yeah, she came in. And when you're 20, you have set ways and you're still immature. So yeah, you're going to be pissed if she rearranged your refrigerator, right?
Right. Where the fuck is the ketchup?
I think it's that dude's bad. If he didn't want that, he shouldn't have gave up the key.
Right. Yeah, I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that. It's like at a certain point when you have, either trust or nothing to hide or whatever way you want to describe it, but like your phone, your email, your passwords, your fucking everything, like.
Let me. You know what? It's funny you brought the story. I want to tell a good story.
It's out there. Quick. It's out there. Okay, go ahead. Yeah, it's out there.
Back in when I lived on 11th and Keys. I always bring that up. 11th.
Oh,
Keys.
you know what? I have a story. I have a similar story. Okay, go ahead. Same people.
So I lived with this roommate. He's probably a good guy now, but he was a dipshit roommate. He was a roommate, but he wasn't the greatest roommate, right?
Mm-hmm.
And my wife now did have the key to our house. So I gave her a key. And it was like one morning, I worked at the bar, so I'd always pretty much sleep in. And she came into the house and there was a girl on the couch.
Oh, shit.
She came in. So my roommate had some girl over, and basically he left early in the morning to go to work, and he left the girl on the couch.
Oh, shit.
So I come out all groggy and there's a girl on the couch and my wife's just come in, and it makes me look all bad, right? And she just looks down at the girl and the girl's like, "Can you give me a ride home?" I'm like, oh, fuck, this is the worst fucking timing. I called my roommate. To me, she told me, "Can you give me a ride home?"
Okay.
And my wife just takes me in the kitchen. What the fuck is this about? And it was bad. And I was like, I don't know this chick. I don't know who the hell she is. I'm taking her home now. I don't know what's going on. And my wife just stormed out at the time. We were just dating. She stormed out. I gave this girl a ride home. I was pissed at my roommate. I said, "Dude, you can't just leave a woman here, on the couch."
Right.
You know what I mean? And it just made me look bad. And I had to just basically fight my way out of that hole, and convince my wife that I didn't know this chick, which I did.
And then I guess you also have to add, this is like pre-Uber, right?
Yeah. This is like 15, 16 years ago. So yeah. So it's like, I gave her the key, so I can't really be mad. She walked in on a weird situation. So
yeah,
it is what it is.
Yeah, that sucks. It's funny you mentioned your old roommate, because the other part of that story was that some of that shit ended up in the trash. So do you remember AC and him and that ex-roommate? Like, I think it was something where they were changing rooms. And I think he ended up throwing a bunch of AC stuff in the trash.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you have to ask AC about that. But and then AC came home and saw, like, I don't know if it was like full on dresser drawers in the trash. Like you know what I mean? Like it wasn't just his stuff. It was like the whole dresser drawer.
Yeah.
But it was like stuff like, like we're all vagabonds at some point. So it was like we didn't have very much to begin with, but you put like probably like this, your fraternity pin in there. I think that was one of the items.
Yeah.
But
your paddles in there.
Yeah, your paddle, your letters, your something. So yeah, it just became this thing where it was like he fucking chucked his shit because he was taking over the house.
How did AC take it?
AC was probably so fucking fired up about it that it was like,
what's going on? Is there like a fire drill at your house?
No. I see my daughter over here on the side. There's like a window over here. But So of course he was like super fucking pissed. But yeah, I mean, to get back to what you're saying, I mean, I don't know how they resolved it, right? I mean, somehow it was, I think it was like, I mean, I don't know. We'll have to get the fucking, when we get AC on here, we'll have to get the full story for about 6 stories about what happened. But that actually happened to somebody. For me, I only have like probably like one story where I was trying to get an ex to throw away something.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like I had it. Like it wasn't in, we never lived together. I probably went to her house and I saw she had it. It was like her ex's like fucking football jersey or something.
Yeah.
And I was like, why do you still have this shit? Like, get rid of it. But
Because
then
I sleep with it.
yeah, I snuggle with it every night. Yeah. So I get that too. Like when you're with somebody, it's either open book or
Yeah.
it's a very closed book, and then then it's a little bit more clear. But if you're feeling comfortable enough to have her over your house to sleep with her and you give her the key, then who fucking knows. But
Yeah.
the throwing out part, that's the part where like I still like kind of regret it, but not really. But we had a garage sale probably before we left the Bay, and I had like some records. So I had some like my mom's old like 45s, which are the little teeny records of the Beatles, and then I had like a Nas and some other rap. It was right before records really popped off again, and like all the core like collectors were starting to get into it, and all of us dumbasses didn't know. So at that point, I lost a bunch of stuff.
Damn, that sucks.
But it's like, it is what it is. I mean, since then I've accumulated a lot more and I've got it. But anyway,
you got to blame yourself.
Yeah, at a certain point you do, because you're not having like the fucking.
That's what I'm trying to explain to people at work and life.
Yeah,
relatives. You want to blame other people. Blame yourself. Look in the mirror. Somehow, some way, this issue you're having is your fault.
Oh my God!
Right? That's my message tonight. Nobody cares. Work harder. You know what I mean?
Yes, work harder for what? For your mental peace, because it's not for anybody else's peace, is what you're saying. All right. Let's do one more and then let's get out of here.
Let's get the fuck out of here.
Okay, here we go. So it says me, 27 male, and then her 22-year-old female. So he's got 5 years on her.
Nice. She's probably hot, huh?
Well, let's hear it. Let's see what he said. She's super ugly.
I mean, 22, you only have to be kind of hot for me to be interested.
Yeah. So it says, I don't know if I should continue a relationship with insecure girlfriend. So he says, I've tried to avoid the insecurity pitfalls, but she keeps leading me to them. For example, she asked me what type of lips I like. I say it, and she cries because she doesn't have them. I don't understand. If she wants honesty, why does she ask questions she doesn't want to hear the answer to? Then, when she gets mad, I think she's always takes things too far. For example, she yells and she says she hates me and wants me to go away. But if I do that, things just get worse. I honestly don't see a future for this relationship. Insecure girlfriend, what do I do? So what do you think about that? I mean, I think we've all had girlfriends that ask you, like, am I fat, skinny? Am I?
Yeah, the best thing to do, I'll get to
look
I know the
good?
answer to this. Best answer is no answer. Just don't answer it. Because either way, you're gonna shoot yourself in the foot.
But how do you? I mean, you have to say something.
I love you, baby, the way you are. You're a princess, and you should be treated like one. Now get over here. Mortal Kombat. Get over here.
And you throw your belt at her. She's like smacking her.
Now I shove my tongue down your throat, honey. That's it. See, that's why people need to ask us.
That's the straightforward answer.
Let me ask you a question real quick.
Sure.
Are you more of a tits or ass man?
I've always been an ass man, more so. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I'm not into just like a little skinny. I don't know. I'm just not into it. So I need to have that. That's there. I mean, I'm sure there's been iterations of where I've been attracted to somebody that's been one way or the other, but I like that part.
There you go. That's like a Dr. Phil answer, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's everyone has a new beginning. So each new beginning, there's an option on the table. But when you start to do the statistics, you start to see where it stacks up, right? Yeah. But what do you think about that too? Do you think? I mean, have you had that experience where somebody's constantly looking to you for some sort of approval, or has it, or that hasn't really been your experience? I think we all have it to some degree.
Past relationships.
Yeah. That's
My
hard
wife
though.
right now don't give a shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
Right after a decade and kids and things in your name,
Yeah.
sometimes your wife really doesn't give a shit, and you just gotta accept that, men. Accept it, men.
Yeah,
You
but
know
I
what
don't.
I mean?
Yeah, but I also don't think like your wife's like my wife. They do a great job of being professional and keeping themselves together.
Yeah.
Like they're not out there like giving up on who they are and what they look
Yeah,
like
no.
and stuff. So like
I was
that's
bugging my wife. Yeah, I was bugging my wife the other night. I was like, hey, I need some TLC over here, and I'm like, I was like a high school line. I said, how do I know if you still love me? Come over here on the side of the couch. How do I know if you love me? You know what she said?
I don't.
She said, I'm still. She said, I'm still here, aren't I? That was her line.
Oh, that's good.
So instead of saying she loved me back or giving in to me, she just said, I'm still here, aren't I? And then that was the end of the night, man.
And then she gave me the finger. She's like, "Bruh."
Yeah.
she's like, nobody likes you.
Yeah. She took a line from me. Yeah. Oh my God.
No, I know. And there's highs and lows to it all, and that's probably the most like what's the word? I want to say modest, but the most like humble a guy will be when you're asking for that attention. You're like, you're almost begging. You're just like, hey,
I'm not too proud. I'll ask for it. You know what I mean? I don't give a shit. I'm not gonna drop cues or anything. I'm gonna be straight for it.
Yeah.
I'll tell the kids even, hey, leave us alone for 8 to 10 minutes. You know what I mean?
You're like, I'm hungry. You'd be like, there's the corner stores around the fucking
Eat some cereal.
Shit.
Easily I approach the fifth of him because there ain't no joke.